We have been seeing this rain come down all morning as we continue to get flash flood warnings. As you can see right here, this car got stuck earlier today. We just went into a local drugstore and bought these pads for about $12. With the pink tax, it would have been nearly $1 more. I'm here at a light Baton Rouge, which is only about 4 minutes away from campus. I can actually see Tiger Stadium here right in front of me. Now, this is the same apartment complex where a man was found shot dead last night. While the Bond Commission is withholding money from the Sewerage and Water Board, we're told that it won't affect the daily operations. They said before the shelter was overflowing, and now the shelter is starting to overflow again. A jury has found District Attorney Jason Williams not guilty of tax fraud. But I'm here now at the Highland Veteran Drive intersection right by the Student Union where Montrose has to cross every day. And well, it's still silent. The green wave has made its splash into New Orleans. A group of pro-choice advocates rallied outside a civil court Friday morning, wearing green, symbolizing the abortion rights movement across the world.
We're going to be on the streets in the millions if we have to.
Just inside the doors of civil court, the decision for the next steps of the Louisiana abortion law laid in a judge's hands, as a restraining order that temporarily lifted the ban of abortion in Louisiana became expired.
Being pro-choice does not mean you are pro-abortion. It just means that you realize it's not your decision to make for everybody else.
However, Judge Ethel Sims Julian ruled that this lawsuit needed to be moved to East Baton Rouge Parish, which gave up any jurisdiction that would allow her to extend the temporary restraining order.
Abortion clinics that are operating in the state of Louisiana as of today are operating illegally, based upon the laws and the Constitution of Louisiana.
Attorney General Jeff Landry says that lawmakers have been venue shopping for this case. But after today's hearing, the abortion trigger laws that were previously established are to be enforced.
A law is always presumed to be constitutional until a court rules otherwise.
Now, this means that the 3 abortion clinics in Louisiana have been shut down. And if an abortion procedure takes place in the state, it is at the doctor's own risk.
If you don't like the laws of the states, you can move to one under which you like. That's the greatness about America.
But this legal battle is not finished yet.
Make no mistake about it. This is the beginning of this battle, not the end of it.
As this case makes its way to East Baton Rouge, clinics will remain closed until a new judge decides otherwise. Haylee Kennedy, Eyewitness News. The Frank family now has an extra 4 legs and a wagging tail at their dinner table every night.
It's nice to come home every day and have another, dog to play with.
After fostering Lacey for 2 weeks from the Companion Animal Alliance, Megan Frank and her husband decided that their home was now Lacey's as well.
It's been a really, really fun addition to our family.
Even giving the title of ownership and responsibility to their 2 kids.
Lazy.
Their daughter Madison Frank says she just loves taking Lacey on afternoon walks.
That's my favorite thing to do.
But before finding her forever home, Lacey had just one too many dog neighbors.
And when I went in to visit and they let me tour the facility, every single kennel was full.
The Franks family adopted Lacey just a few days before the $15 adoption special began here at the CAA. They said before the shelter was overflowing, and now the shelter is starting to overflow again.
In the last 7 days, we took in 96 animals and then 96 dogs specifically, and in that same amount of time, 33 dogs were adopted out.
During the $15 adoption special, about 150 dogs found a home. However, the CAA fell short of their goal by 100 dogs.
So even when we see awesome success, it's important for us and to remind the community that, this is a goal that we're going to have to keep working towards.
This has been an ongoing problem across the United States as COVID restrictions lift and inflation increases, according to Emily Lemoyne.
This journey will never be over, unfortunately.
The next step of this journey will take place on August 27th at their Clear the Shelter event, where all adoption fees will be waived. For Tiger TV News, I'm Haylee Kennedy. Dallas Montemoreau's class schedule may say he's enrolled in 13 credit hours.
No, you can add a few hours onto that because navigation was another, like my own class.
Between every semester, he spends 2 to 3 times a week studying a walking map to all of his classes. Why? Because in 2020, Matamoros was hit by a car and experienced a severe brain injury that damaged his optic nerves.
Now I can see nothing. I am completely, fully blind.
Although physically he may be blind, he is seeing more of LSU than he did before.
Oddly, the accident is somewhat beneficial.
He notices how buildings lack braille, most crosswalks are inaudible, and how people pay more attention to their phones than what's right in front of them.
And already this week, I've spent $90 buying 2 canes, and luckily I bought 2, not just 1, because my other cane that I had was broken.
But broken canes are not stopping him.
And my mother have said that I want to be the trailblazer for the blind people behind me. So I go through it and I can fix it so that those behind me don't have to go through it.
Out of roughly 37,000 students who attend LSU, only 6% receive accommodations for a disability.
The whole purpose behind accommodations is to provide students an opportunity to equally demonstrate their abilities, demonstrate their knowledge in the curriculum when it comes to academics.
But students who ask for accommodations are not seeing these equal opportunities as promised.
The disability services need some work.
Teaching these students how to fend for themselves.
I asked for them for a guide when I first got here, and they did help me with that. But it was every once in a while they'd be like, "No, can't. We're booked, so I can't help you today." And they would just kind of blow me off.
Although he has a map of campus in his brain, he faces dangers every day, one being crosswalks.
One of our most proud points that we've had fixed on campus is the audible crosswalks, the buttons on campus that talk.
The Student Government Disability President is saying that crosswalks are now audible, but I'm here now at the Highland Veteran Drive intersection right by the Student Union where Matamoros has to cross every day. And well, it's still silent.
Is it compliant? And the answer may be yes. But is it accessible? The answer could be no.
Jenny Stewart is the ADA coordinator of LSU. The Americans with Disability Act was established in 1990 to establish clear and comprehensive prohibition of discrimination on the basis of a disability. However, it still protects many historic buildings that can be found in LSU's quad, like Stubbs Hall.
It's doing LSU an injustice to students with disabilities by classifying these buildings in this way.
Stewart blames it on Louisiana being a state of financial limitations and abilities, including a lack of staff.
We have to learn to do more with less.
But in the meantime, while LSU works to make campus more inclusive despite their limitations, Matamoros would like not to spend another $45 this week.
Please tell people to be attentive and spread that word, because I like it if I didn't break another cane in the next few days.
For Tiger TV, I'm Haylee Kennedy.